Shalom, Israel. This is Sister Kana. And first and foremost, I have to give all glory and praise to AHAYAH, Bahashim Yashaya, Wa Kodash Wat. Okay, brothers and sisters, I have some breaking news, and I'm so excited. I praise the Most High for revealing this stuff, because you're not going to see it in the news, not quite yet. But I'm here to break the story, and I'm so excited because I love it when AHAYAH wins, you know. So, okay, let me get into it. I don't know if you guys remember, and I probably should put this on the COI Times, but I will put it on COI Times. I will put it on Patreon and A Gathering in Jordan, GOCC Jordan. Okay, so y'all remember last year I did a video, and maybe I'll try to find it, and, you know, maybe. But I did a video last year telling you how Jebel al-Lawz, which is the Saudi Arabia Mount Sinai site, that they were going to demolish it, right? This was last year or in 2019. I did a video and I had saw it, and maybe I'll add it in here, just a quick reminder for you guys. But, you know, you haven't heard anything else about it. Nobody's saying nothing because, guys, you have to understand it's part of the infiltration.
Got some sad news to report. The Saudis are preparing to bulldoze a Jewish holy site where Moses met God. Jim Hoff for the Gateway Pundit reports scholars believe that there is evidence that Jebel al-Lawz in northeastern Saudi Arabia is the site of Mount Sinai from the Bible. The story of Exodus describes how the Jewish leader Moses met with God on Mount Sinai, where he was given the Ten Commandments. Well, now Saudi Arabia is planning a mega city larger than New York that includes bulldozing the Mount of Moses. Let's see if God will intervene here. I pray he does. The Daily Star reports that Bible scholars have claimed there is evidence to suggest that the peak at Jebel al-Lawz in the Middle Eastern Kingdom is actually Mount Sinai. The site is an 8,460-foot peak known as the Mountain of Almonds, located in northeast Saudi Arabia near the border with Jordan. Moses, well, he leads the Israelites to the mountain, which is enveloped by fire, smoke, and thunder, according to the book of Exodus in the Bible. The prophet then ascends Mount Sinai, where he convenes with God to receive the Ten Commandments. Now, experts from the Doubting Thomas Research Foundation have backed the location of Sinai and also point to the fact that it lies right in the footprint of a proposed Saudi megacity, Neom. Neom is a project proposed by Riyadh that would cover 10,200 square miles, 33 times the size of New York, and would end up covering the suspected holy site from the Bible. Now, this is God's mountain, and he can preserve it if he sees fit. Still, the archaeological loss is incalculable if the sites are destroyed. And of course, after the evidence is destroyed, the enemies of the biblical narrative will say that the Bible is a myth, that there's no evidence of any of the places described that ever existed. Yes, wasn't that their tactic in Jerusalem as well? This will be a very, very sad day if this actually happens. The cleft in the rock. I encourage you to look up Ron Wyatt's work on this project. He's an amateur archaeologist who actually went to the sites and investigated himself a long time ago. He's since passed, but Ron Wyatt, I certainly encourage you to research his work. But you can see these are some photographs from the site, older photographs. And you can see the mountain, you can see the evidence of nomadic individuals there, the cleft in the rock, these types of things. So comment below with your thoughts. Say a prayer that this holy site is preserved.
So I was having a conversation. Now, when I did that video, I had did extensive research about the site and what they was going to do. They're doing a big, complex, underground city and, you know, a whole line all the way from Jordan, all the way through Saudi Arabia, connecting Egypt and some other Middle East countries. So it's a big, big, big project. And they, in the process of it, they were going to demolish the Saudi Arabia site that was supposed to be Mount Sinai, which is a lie. And I've told you that it was a lie the whole time, and that if they demolished it, that would let you know, because of clearly the Most High wouldn't allow that to happen, and clearly there will be no place for the children of Israel to come back to dwell in tents. Like Elder Ricard has been lying over the years, claiming that. But I knew that the Most High was going to shut all that down, and I just had to be patient and wait. And I praise AHAYAH Bahasham YASHAYA as, getting the information now. Okay, so let me just back up a little bit. I had a conversation the other day, and somebody mentioned it to me, brought it back to my remembrance. Now, I know it was the Most High, so that I would look into it, because he know that he had already showed it to me, that I just needed to follow up. So I had totally forgot about it. I wasn't thinking about it, but someone brought it up to me, and I was just like, oh, they was talking about how they were, finishing the project. It's called Neon project in Saudi Arabia, which will connect these certain cities. But I know when he mentioned it, I understood that, okay, that means the Saudi Arabia site is being demolished. Like, I had reported a year or two ago. So I go, when I get home, I research it, and lo and behold, I'm going to show you pictures and everything that it's true. They have started to build this city, which is set to be finished in 2025. Now, listen, guys, this is a huge project. The area is the size of New York City 3 times. It's the 3 times size of New York City. This is how huge this project is. So they totally wiped out that whole area, which was supposed to be Mount Sinai, which was a lie anyway. And, they're going to use that Jebel Law's area, as they're going to keep the hieroglyphics that's on the walls that they put there as a tourist attraction. But it's nowhere near going to be where we will be. Now, for one, how I know and how confident I am about it, praise AHAYAH Bahasham YASHAYA, is because I know that the site is in Jordan, and they have been hiding this all this time, and they lying to the children of Israel to throw us off. Which brings me to the infiltration, and how they have Elder Ricard, who has been taken down by the CIA, emphatically lying to us as the children of Israel, trying to act like, oh, we're going to go to the wilderness and it's in Saudi Arabia. He's lying, brothers and sisters, and he's been lying the whole time. And what makes it so worse and so diabolical about this lie that Elder Ricard has been telling is that he's been blatantly trying to steer the children of Israel in the wrong direction, meaning that he will not speak about Jordan. He emphatically tells you not to go to Jordan. And why? Because they know that this is where we were supposed to be in the end times. They know this, and they're using Elder Ricard as a puppet and a muppet, Bert and Ernie, lying to you emphatically about don't go to Jordan, don't go to Jordan, don't go to Jordan, knowing that we will need a place of refuge. So because we're in the middle, like I've always been telling you guys, we are caught in the middle of infiltration. They're caught in the act, right? Because the airports are still open so you can get out of Babylon. And so they was hoping that they was going to get away with this. But see, the Most High, he's smarter, he's brilliant. And he sent out a woman to kind of be warning you the whole time. That's why he sent me out. I've been here to just tell you, brothers and sisters, and show you these things. Because they're not going to report this on the news that the site is already done, it's already demolished, because that would give Christians no hope, of course. So they trying to keep it quiet on the hush-hush. And they got Elder Ricard speaking to the Israelites, telling them, oh, we're going into the wilderness and it's in Saudi Arabia, knowing that the site is already gone and it's demolished. But see, they're caught in the act of infiltration, and the Most High is brilliant. So he showed me this information so I can go and look it up. And lo and behold, brothers and sisters, there is no more site there. They've moved all the artifacts and the things that they wanted to get out the way. There won't be no millions of people camping out in Saudi Arabia, because it's been a lie. It was always a lie. And they was trying to shut me up when the Most High had showed me that Jordan was the place. That's where we will be, brothers and sisters. So I urge you to get out of Babylon. I urge you to get within the borders and get into Jordan before they totally try to shut down everything. And they're, moving in that direction, as you know. But now this is a great time for you, brothers and sisters, to start asking these lying elders. Just like in the days of 70 AD, they did the same thing. There's nothing new under the sun. They had the elders lying to the children of Israel, saying, oh, wait here, you'll be delivered here, and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They took Elder Ricard down, and they tried to change the narratives little by little, because they didn't know who AHAYAH was going to raise. Excuse me. They didn't know that Elder Ricard was going to be the one who the Most High raised up and started saying, come out of her, my people, come out of her, my people. So he started, they took him down via CIA infiltration with Lara and Vera, and, they got all these elders around him, Elder Gabar, Elder Lawyer, this other brother, and all these, people who are sold out and are sitting around watching this thing play out, knowing that Elder Ricard can't say anything but just keep dancing and tap dancing until the end. But AHAYAH loves you, Israel. And I just want you to know that he sent me out, brothers and sisters, and he sent me out to warn you and tell you. He always will send someone, and he just happened to send a woman this time. And so, brothers and sisters, I pray that you get out of the way. Babylon will be destroyed, and it's going to be destroyed whether you leave or you don't leave. The Most High is holding back the four winds, four corners, and he's allowing you to get out and see the infiltration right in your face. Now, I have to admit, Elder Ricard is real good at lying to you, but these type of situations always have been arising through this whole ordeal, where I was able to show you and tell you that there is infiltration and that Elder Ricard has been taken down, that there's CIA agents planted all around him, and he cannot give you the information of Jordan being the safe place. We are to get within the highest borders. That's where he will protect us. Now, there's other things, because we are in the time of AGATHERING, and y'all seen some previous videos I've been putting up telling you that you must call on AHAYAH. It's the only reason why he's bringing us out of Babylon is to come back to worship him. So you cannot come back calling on these other gods like Yah, Jesus, Allah, Yahuwah, Yahweh, all these Elohims. His name is AHAYAH, YASHAYA. And brothers and sisters, this is who we're coming to worship, AHAYAH. You cannot come down to this wilderness worshiping other gods. You only will get destroyed down here, trust me. I've tried to bring brothers and sisters, and either some have gotten destroyed and some have gotten moved right out of the way. So I'm here to just bring this news to you. It's breaking news. Jebel Allah is that Mount Sinai site that they tried to claim, and Elder Ricard is emphatically talking about, Saudi Arabia. They got rid of that site. Okay, so that is not the site. It never was the site. He's been lying to you, and he's emphatically telling you, do not come to Jordan, because he knows that this is the place. He knows, and he's being instructed by the CIA and these higher Illuminatis. That's why they always throwing up them hand signs. If I have to do another hand sign video of recent hand signs, because I'm sure as you're watching these videos, you're watching them throw up these hand signs. Okay? So they are controlled, brothers and sisters. They have been taken down. They are against the children of Israel. They're not going to tell you where to go. And that's Elder Lawyer, Elder Gabar, and the other ones in London, Elder Gaja. They sent him to Jamaica to keep the Benjamites still. This is diabolical, brothers and sisters. They are emphatic about keeping us still until destruction. They don't care about your children. They don't care about the women. They don't care about the men. And this has been a whole fiasco, brothers and sisters. But this shows you how diabolical Esau and these other nations have been against the children of Israel. You should not be surprised Because Christ warned you. In Matthew 24, he said, do not be deceived. He said possibly the elect would be deceived. This is Christ, YASHAYA, warning you. He said, trust no man. Why? Because he knew that there would be a major takedown, a major deception in this time, that they would try to deceive us. And they have done a great job. If it wasn't for AHAYAH, if it wasn't for AHAYAH, Bahashim YASHAYA, sending me out and making me, because I wouldn't have known to do any of these things. I wouldn't have known nothing. He showed me Kadesh. He showed me the Red Sea crossing, where they came across the Red Sea. He showed me Masada is Zion, it's Jerusalem. All that information came from the Most High. Everything I've spoken to you guys about came from AHAYAH. So y'all must hear me, Israel. Please, 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 please share the video. Let our people know what's going on. Get out of Babylon before it's too late. They are caught in the act of infiltration. They cannot take it back. Elder Bakar has lied emphatically, and this proves that he's a liar and that he's not with you by trying to tell you don't go to Jordan, don't go to Jordan. See, he done cut his head off with that one, because now there's no other place to go. Jordan is the only place to go. Even just in common sense, it's the closest place to any proximity where we should be. You understand? It's outside of Israel. Jordan is not Israel. So you can cut that lie out. Anybody who's saying, oh, that's the Holy Land, that is not. Jordan has never been biblically considered Israel. The other side of Jordan has never been biblically considered Israel. Israel is Israel. Edom is Edom. Moab and Ammon is two different places. Do not lie. And for those of you who are not as learned, so you will get deceived by these people who are talking nonsense. But there are a lot of agents. There are a lot of paid puppets. There are a lot of people who, because a lot of brothers who have been through the system, they can't get passports, they're content at staying. And they don't seem to really, because they know they cannot leave, they rather lie to you and make it feel like you have a chance to stay. Brothers and sisters, AHAYAH is calling us out. There is a safe place. It's in Jordan. The holy mountain is there, and this is where we will be dwelling in tents, serving and worshiping AHAYAH, AHAYAH, Bahashim YASHAYA, Wa Kodash Wawak. I am so thankful and I'm so excited, guys. I'm so thankful to AHAYAH because he's so amazing and he loves the children of Israel and he's never disappointed us, but he is testing Israel. He's going to try you through the fire. If just because so many of us are disobedient, hard-headed and stiff-necked, you're going to pay for that. Trust me, you're not going to get away. So if I was you, if you would just hear me, brothers and sisters, out of love and out of concern for you and your family, your children, get out of Babylon. AHAYAH is going to make a way for us. Now, I tell brothers and sisters, unfortunately, there's a lot of things I cannot say. They're watching everything. But you can meet me on Patreon, and I'm putting up information, trying to let you guys know what to do and where to go. Okay? So please join me there. I mean, I'm trying to build it up so that, I'm not repeating myself and saying certain things over and over again, but get up, brothers and sisters. Get out of Babylon. Run for your lives. AHAYAH is making a way. Get within the borders. Jordan is the only safe place. A lot of people try to go to Africa and all these places. A lot of agents try to lure you to Africa, try to act like they're going to Africa, knowing that that's not where we're supposed to be. That's where we fell. Just like in 70 AD, brothers and sisters, they had false prophets, these elders and deacons, Israelites, who were lying to the children of Israel, keeping them still until destruction. The same is happening today. Unfortunately, Elder Bakar has been taken down by the CIA. He has nothing but minions around him, people who are sold out, who are throwing up these hand signs, pledging allegiance to Satan and to our enemies. You must get within the borders where Most High AHAYAH said he will protect you. He will protect you within these borders in Jordan. Now, when you get to Jordan, brothers and sisters, you must keep the laws. You must keep the Lord's statutes and commandments, his ordinances, and his judgments. Don't let nobody tell you that you can worship on a Monday. There's a lot of fake Israelites here in Jordan that came here talking about AHAYAH, keeping the Sabbath on it, then they switched. Their agents, they were under Elder Gabar, as a matter of fact. They were under Elder Gabar. They came out here and they caused division. So don't get caught up into that. Anybody who's not worshiping AHAYAH, you need to stay away from them, because all they're going to do is get destroyed in Jordan. The Most High is a jealous power. He's not tolerating Israel. You're going to be tried and tested. And you must pass the test, brothers and sisters. You must go through the fire and be cleansed like fine gold, like the scriptures say. So I give all glory and praise. Now I'll put the scripts. I'll put the links to Neom. It's called the Lion City. I'll give you information to where it is. You can read everything that I'm showing you. Now, I may do a voiceover on this video as well. I may have done it already, so you know, just so that you can get the information and see for yourselves. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, the young one who's up and coming, he's in charge of this project. So he went to Jebel Laws and he did a photo shoot there, you know, just showing that he was on the mountain. They have they've already gotten rid of, you know, all the artifacts and anything, and they will use it as a tourist site. And also something else I wanted to point out was Saudi Arabia, at Jebel Laws, it snows every year. And I just want to put up some pictures of showing you how much it snows. That place was not the location, but I just want to just drive it home for you. It snows there every year. There's no way we're going to be dwelling in tents in that cold area part of Saudi Arabia. It's not the location, brothers and sisters. You have been lied to. Elder Wakar is a liar, as you all know. I've pointed that out several times with the antics and the death threats and the things that they've tried to do, menacing messages, marriage proposals. Everything was supposed to be, you know, to stop me from talking. I was supposed to be so smitten that, you know, I wasn't supposed to say anything. But as you see, over the years, that didn't work. It's just been a fiasco. And they thought that they can play with AHAYAH. But AHAYAH, he's amazing. He is amazing and worthy to be praised, brothers and sisters. Y'all need to fall on your face and thank him and praise him and give him the glory, because that's what AHAYAH wants from us. He wants our praise. He wants you to see that he is delivering you. This is the deliverance, letting you know that there's infiltration there and that you're not supposed to be there. You should have been left. But because your hearts, man, you still want to cling on to that wicked place. AHAYAH is calling us out. He said, come worship me. AHAYAH. You must worship him. That's what the instruction was. That's the instruction that he gave me. You must worship me. So learning those holy days, the correct holy days. As you notice, GOCC always was one day off, keeping you off on those holy days. They think they slick, but AHAYAH is slicker. So brothers and sisters, this is breaking news. I pray that you please share this information. They're not talking about this on the news. They're not telling you that that place is already, you know, demolished and that they're building on it. They got people living there in that area. It's, you know, and they're not going to talk about it because it's part of the infiltration. As long as Israel, they're keeping you sitting still in America thinking, oh, the wilderness, Elder Ricard will throw that out every once in a while. Oh, the wilderness. We're going to the wilderness. Meanwhile, he got you packing and saving food in America, waiting on destruction. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family, surviving, your salvation. They care nothing about it. He's sitting there every day talking about, oh, we putting the work in. They putting the work in to keep you still so that Israel can be demolished. That's the work that this brother is putting in. He's serving another power. He's not for AHAYAH, and he never was, because once they took him down, it was a wrap. Okay? And I have to give it to you clear, brothers and sisters, because you will not sit there and act like you didn't know. You can't stand before AHAYAH and say you did not know. I'm telling you. I've told you. And that's why AHAYAH gave me that name. I told you. Entertainment. I told you travel. That's why. Because you're not going to be able to sit and stand before him and say you did not know. Praise AHAYAH. He's a merciful power. He's giving you a chance to get out, brothers and sisters. He's giving you a chance. If you feel that you're holy and you're one of the 144,000, then this is your opportunity. You know that they're lying to you. These people are crisis actors. Okay? They have been paid and bought, and they're throwing up them Illuminati hand signs, pledging allegiance to Satan. Okay? You know, and there's a lot of acting going on here, brothers and sisters, a lot. And let me tell you something. I've been in the music industry all my life. I've been around these people. I've seen how they do. They're fake. They're fake and they're phony. And that's why the Most High delivered me out 12, 13, 14 years ago. It's going on 14 years now. He delivered me. He moved me out of there a long time ago because I was never with it. I never was with it. Even though I was struggling in the music industry, did some music, did some acting, had this, I was never a part of it. And I thank AHAYAH. He heard me crying out at him and asking him, what is this? It was like I was in the Matrix. I was in the Matrix, brothers and sisters. As even though I still love music and I still will praise it, use AHAYAH now to praise him. Use my music now to praise AHAYAH. And we're working on doing some great things because the scripture says, those of you that flee, lift up your voice. Lift up your voice and proclaim in Zion, AHAYAH. His judgment is coming. And we are here, those of us who flee, we're supposed to be lifting up our voices. But a lot of people, they just want to run and hide, and they want to sit low. And you going against the command of AHAYAH. He said you must proclaim him in this earth. Let people know who delivered you. And we're going to get into that into another video. I'm just excited, brothers and sisters. I'm excited. I love when AHAYAH show his hand and people looking with their the stupid face. Why? Because you wicked and you're going against the Most High and you refusing, you being hard-headed and stiff-necked, and you think the Most High is not going to call you out. But he's calling y'all out. In two senses. He's calling you out of Babylon and he's calling you out and letting you see your wickedness, because you would rather sit in Babylon, prepare for destruction, and act like you loving the Most High and you care about what the Most High said when he told you to leave. It's disobedience, brothers and sisters. You're being disobedient. And I'm here to tell you the good part of it, but I'm also going to show you your sin and your transgression against AHAYAH or AHAYAH. Because he told you to leave a long time ago, and you knew you're supposed to have left. But you'd rather sit there and listen to these wicked men sell you a bridge when you know doggone well you weren't supposed to be buying no food and water to be sitting in Babylon. You know you ain't right for doing that. But you rather sit there and act like you trying to be holy and you obedient to the Most High. He ain't going to let you get away with it. So that's why the Most High is giving me this information. He's letting you know that he sees you. Come out of her, my people. Okay. I'm going to say all glory and praise to AHAYAH, AHAYAH. And I'm going to try to put the pictures up and everything so you can see. The links will be in the description box. You can go to the website yourself, neom.com, Line City. They're building in Saudi Arabia, and it's connected with Jordan and these other nations. But the Sinai site is already gone. Okay? So there won't be nobody camping out there. There's snow there every year. Every year it snows. And I'll show you the pictures. But I have to go. I see your glory and praise to AHAYAH Bahasham YASHAYA. Praise AHAYAH. I am so thankful. Oh, and the 12 tribes found. Praise AHAYAH Bahasham YASHAYA. These are my t-shirts. Go to Hebrewism.com and I pray I see you in the wilderness. Shalom, Israel.